Well, hi everyone. I'm John Retland, and this is my review of WWE Smackdown from the Performance Center. It was supposed to be in Detroit, but due to all the stuff going on, they decided to move it to the Performance Center for safety, have a skeleton crew, a few wrestlers there, and put on a show to distract us all. And it's just weird to see where SmackDown has gone in a year. I mean, last year at this time, we were in the middle of Kofi Mania. Now we're in the middle of COVID Mania. I use humor to get through tragic things, folks. It's just how I am. So for better or worse, that's just what I do. Anyway, Triple H does welcome us to the Performance Center, says, let us entertain you, and does all this stuff and everything. It's an empty arena. The crowd was as lively as Benoit household in June of 2007. My God. Actually, it was livelier in Corpus Christi. Sorry to all my friends in Corpus Christi, but that was a pretty, dead atmosphere. So anyway, Cole and Triple H on commentary. Triple H doing all the dad jokes, all the motherfucking dad jokes in the goddamn world. I know Cole has a son, but God, Triple H, just dad joke after dad joke after dad joke. He was having fun. Sasha and Bayley, they're out there cutting a promo, having fun. I really do hope that every single staff member wrestler does get back safely to their homes. Everybody is good. And we can get through this, and we can just watch some, enjoy some entertaining wrestling, whether it takes place at the Performance Center, whether WrestleMania takes place somewhere else, wherever the fuck it's going to take place. Vince will come hell or high water. He will try to put on the show of shows. However people feel about that is, up for debate. But I will also be providing as much, content as I can, network content and New Japan archive content. So we get Sasha and Bayley cutting promos and everything, having fun. Everybody is jealous of us. The fans are jealous of us. The fact that the fans aren't even there. Nikki and Alexa, they want a match. And Paige is also not going to be here because Paige is supposed to come back and I think possibly kick off, leading somebody to face Bayley at WrestleMania, depending on where that is again. So we get Sasha and Bayley versus Nikki and Alexa. They did not wrestle during the ads, and you're not going to get any shit from me. One, I am really glad that everybody made the trip down there that did, and they wanted to put on an entertaining performance. That's fun, distract fans, that's all good. Triple H was having a whole lot of fun. They tried to fire up the crowd. Nikki tried to fire up the crowd. That was pretty funny. And then Asuka shows up and attacks Alexa and just does this entertaining dance on the freaking ramp. Asuka is a goddamn treasure. She's been a treasure as Kana. She's a treasure now. It's just great shit. And then Bank statement taps Cross. And then we have Roman Reigns interview, dealing with the critics, being back in the title hunt for Mania, and Goldberg went to Georgia, so I don't know if he can operate. And I think operate a forklift, I think is what he said, and I'm like, ouch, that's pretty goddamn brutal, all due respect to everybody that went to the University of Georgia. And then, fun, fired up interview and everything. Kayla interviews Jeff Hardy, and, before Sammy's crew was there, and Jeff Hardy's like, oh, everybody's here to welcome me back. Then here's Corbin making sobriety jokes. To be fair, Jeff Hardy has kind of opened himself up for those, though if he's gotten past those issues, good for him. And this is Jeff's return feud. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Then Elias starts strumming his big instrument and Corbin leaves because he is jealous of the size of Elias's instrument. We get Triple H mocking his own job demotion. He's like, I'm the only guy in this company that could be demoted and still be busier. Something like that, which is pretty funny. Brian and Drew Gulak are back there. And Brian says, you actually found a lot of holes in my game. You went hole for hole. My neck still hurts. Why don't you help teach me something? So we're going to get an unlikely tag team. I'm actually for them being tag team champions because I think this could work. Sometimes unlikely tag teams, I'm not all for being tag team champions. I think in this case, they could make it work. Sammy's group shows up, antagonizes them. We get Brian versus Cesaro later. And then they show the entire tag team chamber match just to fill time. And after they got back, I think before they started showing the rest of it, Triple H says Cole made his return from the Performance Center Elimination Chamber, and that we, don't have. It's like how, about that run on toilet paper, making fun of the fact that a lot of people are hoarding toilet paper and everything. Miz and Morrison, speak now, and there's nobody there. Of course, there's absolutely nobody there. They're having fun talking about, Miz talking about his TV show and his movies. Morrison talking about his movies. Be jealous, all that. Miz and Morrison, ho ho, hey hey. Then we get Triple H with the camera filming Cole, making fun of him. This is really good stuff. Mojo is suddenly there, reverting to his hype gimmick and hyping up the fact that Gronk will be here next week. Whether in the Performance Center or somewhere. Maybe it'll be in the Thunderdome. Welcome to Thunderdome. Vince would build a Thunderdome just to have shows. He really would. So, yeah, okay, cool. All right. Mojo's just back to his gimmick all of a sudden. They might as well do this because any chance of turning him heel and all that wasn't working. Sammy on commentary for Cesaro versus Bryan. It was fine. Strikes, submissions, as you would expect from these guys. But then, of course, the most devastating maneuver, the dreaded roll up, and Bryan gets a victory. And then we get Nakamura attacking and Cesaro attacking. Gulak tries to stop, but Nakamura and Cesaro stopping both with brutal fisting action. Have fun on seeing that. And Triple H mocks Cole's makeup, says your soul patch is gray. And then we get Elias on commentary for Corbin versus Jeff Hardy. Corbin attacks early. This is Jeff's return. It must be like he was at an old Impact show. I kid. Impact was actually drawing some pretty good fans back then. And tried firing up the crowd. They point out Jeff tried firing up the crowd and it didn't really work. And Elias strumming his instrument, which distracts Baron Corbin. The Twist of Fury, because apparently Matt Hardy trademarked Twist of Fate, cool, whatever, and at least not the Twist of Furry. We get a Swanton. Jeff, for the love of God, you're in your 40s. Stop doing the goddamn Swanton. You can barely clear that. We don't want you to die. Please, we don't want you dying. Come up with a different move. He wins, and then John Cena, hyping up his match with Bray, talks burials, talks, having failures blamed on him. Mainly, like, people burying him, or, him being buried. But I've lost matches, and no one ever said that I got buried because they know who I am and all that and everything. And then he says he will end Bray, the most overhyped, overpushed, overpriced wrestler, in history, or at least the most overhyped. He's bitching all the time and everything. He blames him for what happened at Mania 30. To be fair, whether it was Cena's fault or not, that was an unnecessary loss for Bray, and it really did hurt him. Then Bray shows up and says, well, the voices never stopped. I just wanted to, just hurt myself and everything, dig into my skull, just have a moment of peace. But then I stopped letting the voices hurt me and started listening to them. This is going to be a massacre, all that and everything. And he's going to unleash a plague on John Cena, actually just violence. But there we go with that, and it fades out. So everybody seemed to have fun with the show. Again, I'm not going to grade it. It was an entertaining show. Yes, it was a nice distraction. Everybody seemed to be having fun. No grade. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you soon.